So Pharrell and the Clipse popped out last night. It looks like the Clipse had performed last night somewhere in Paris, and Pharrell had joined them on stage. Now it says here that the Clipse had brought out Pharrell during their live show in Paris, and it was a moment. He thanked the city and revealed that "Let God Sort Him Out" the album was fully recorded in Paris at the Louis V headquarters. He says that you're hearing live Parisian music. And this is really good to see because I don't think that I've heard Pharrell speak on the Clips and the crazy run that they're on right now. A very successful run at this point, and the album isn't even out yet. Everybody's already anticipating for this album to come out. People are waiting for this album to come out. They want to know what the Clips are going to say. They want to know if Pusha T is going to say anything else, if there's any more shots being thrown in this record, on the records, on this album, bro. Because from what we've heard at this point and from the interviews that have come out, Pusha T is being very, very vocal about a lot of things. Even the way that he had left Def Jam, saying that they were going to try to suppress a verse from Kendrick Lamar, they were going to shelve the album. We're hearing a whole bunch of things about Pusha T that he's talking about now, right before this album comes out, and it's only his truth. You know, this is only happening because it's happening to him. And people want to call it like a rollout. People want to say things like that. But realistically, bro, these are just things that are happening. And he's just able just to say it. You know what I mean? He pretty much has the braveness to say those things. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to move forward right now and go back to Pharrell because Pharrell was seen out there in Paris. This was him before the day. By the end of the night, he's on stage with the Clipse. And he has a few things to say about them and how they've been dropping this music. In particular, the song "So Be It," because that's the last single that they've dropped right before the album comes out less than a month from now. So I'm going to play that clip of Pharrell speaking on the Clipse.
First, I just want to say thank you so much for having me and my family in Paris. But I gotta say something real quick. The DJ that was just on before, her name is Izzy Boston. Make some noise for her. We appreciate her warming up the runway, but I just want to say thank you. You know, I don't know if y'all been hearing a lot of like the miraculous music that's being made with the Clipse right now. I just want you to know that all of that music was made right there in Paris. It's Parisian music. Made live at the LV headquarters. Part enough. So I'm not gonna take up too much of your time, but just want to let you guys know how inspirational Paris has been for the last 2.5 years while we've been here. The incredible music that's just happening. You know how it is, man. So be it, so be it.
So be it, so be it. I think it was very funny the way that Pharrell ended that, bro. So be it, so be it. Anything else that he could have said, he should have said, but nah, he kept it simple and he kept it very strategic. If I'm going to say so myself, bro, if you say so be it, so be it. That's basically the record where the Clipse are shaking up the game right now. That's the record that got everybody talking. That's the record that is going up right now. And this is the reason why people are anticipating this album. Not only that, like I said, it goes back to the whole situation with Def Jam. They were trying to suppress Pusha T and his music and his art because they wanted to be political and try to prevent this music from coming out because of the optics that they had on this. They had these political optics and the way that they saw it, that it was going to be detrimental. It was going to be bad. You know, if Pusha T had came out with a verse with Kendrick Lamar, it would have made their father company, UMG, look bad, you know, in the eyes of Drake or whatever. So this was a whole big deal. This is a big deal within itself, right? And people say that this is like some type of rollout, bro. And I don't get that. It's just something that happened to Pusha T. And he's being very, very open about it because a lot of people choose to be quiet about things like this. A lot of people choose not to say anything because they fear that they might get sued or they might face financial burdens or go in a lawsuit of their own. Who knows? Maybe they just don't want to deal with the mess, you know, and they choose a safe route. Pusha T right here is letting you know, bro, that I do not fear the things that are happening. If anything, I will pay the money because he paid 7 figures. He paid the money to leave Def Jam, to leave that situation and go with Rock Nation with Jay-Z, just so that way he could drop the album the way he wanted to, the way that he intended it. And that's why this song is very important to me. The way that the record is even titled, the way that it's even said, so be it, is clever within itself. It is what it is. So be it, so be it. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and you could take it how you want it. It is what it is. So be it. And I think that's why this record is so clever within itself. The title, the things that he says, the shots that he takes, calling out people who don't want to pick a side because they're being too friendly with snake type behavior. Like these are the things that Pusha T is addressing. And Pharrell is speaking up now, backing it up. This to me is Pharrell standing on business, bro. Pharrell is standing on business doing this right here. And I respect it 100%. He's with his boys. They're in Paris. They're doing a show. Hey, yo, I know you've been hearing the records out. Hey, it is what it is. So be it. Pharrell, hey, bro, we just broke down Meltdown. Everybody's talking about Pharrell. Pharrell, hey, bro. Hey, you got his boys right here backing them, bro. And it's all respect, dog. Big respect to Pharrell. Big respect to the Clipse, bro, because they're shaking the game up with the things that they're addressing that a lot of artists or a lot of people don't really address. The whole idea of being suppressed, the Clipse are facing that and they're being vocal about it. And I think that's why this record, the way that it's titled and the anticipation for this album coming out is very exciting because it's like, wow, this is like actually artists that are fighting for what they believe in and are wanting to get their art, their music out there and whatever things that they want to say, despite how you feel about it, it is what it is. So that's what I think. That's what I feel. That's why I want to listen to this album. And like I said, I'm glad that Pharrell was able to speak up. I think him saying the title of the song meant a lot within itself. And he's letting you know, I'm backing up whatever the Clipse are saying. What they say, whatever they on, I'm on. So be it, so be it. Hey, bro, that's how I interpret this, bro, to be completely honest with you, man. So far, we only have 4 songs that we know of currently. It's Ace Trumpets, Chains and Whips, So Be It, Birds Don't Sing. Now, Chains and Whips, obviously, some people heard it. If you've seen the Runway, Pharrell's Runway show that he did in Louis Vuitton, there's a clip on it on YouTube. You could probably check it out if you want to hear it. But as of right now, we only have 4 songs. But from what I know, from what I've seen, if you save the album right now on Spotify or Apple Music, it's going to show you that there's 13 songs from the whole entire album. So this is kind of like 1/3 of the album already. And this 1/3 of the album got everybody talking, bro. Everybody's looking up this song. Ace Trumpets, preferably. Ace Trumpets to me is probably my favorite record, to be completely honest with you. But So Be It has such a bigger message and has been getting everybody talking. I respect the message of the song title and things like that, right? But y'all tell me what y'all's favorite record is so far. Y'all tell me what you think about Pharrell and what he said about the Clipse on stage at Paris. Being at Paris that long is crazy, bro. He said they were there for 2 years. 2 years in Paris, and they recorded this album in the Louis Vuitton headquarters. Now, I think it's such a big deal just to point out that Pharrell was a streetwear type of guy, bro. Like he was like a real streetwear type of dude. And now he's like the prince over there of Louis Vuitton, bro. Like it's a very impressive look, bro. Just from a fashion sense, you know. Like he was really into fashion, you know, kind of like the streetwear type of thing. And now you're recording an album in the Louis Vuitton headquarters as the man in charge of the menswear over there at Louis V. Clap it up for Pharrell, y'all. That is very impressive. And it's cool, man, that he has friends like the Clipse and Kendrick Lamar that are going to inherit the beef. You know what I mean? Inherit the beef for him. Nah, don't worry about it, bro. He must be a good person, man. He must be a nice guy, you know, if people are going to go up to bat for you. But shout out to Pharrell. Shout out to the Clipse. Shout out everybody, man, in the chat. Y'all tell me how you feel about this and get back to me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.